at Sonic Lost World. Obviously, you guys already saw the trailer. You guys saw plenty of details, but we're going to walk you through 3 distinct stages. First, starting Windy Hill, and then we're going to do Desert Ruins and Desert Ruins 2. So let's take a look at Windy Hill here. So you've seen the trailer. You've seen some basic details in our write-up, but we wanted to really just show you gameplay and kind of walk you through it. So, Aaron, first things first. Sonic, you've slowed him down actually a little bit. Tell me a little bit about that.
We have just a little bit, and that's because, you know, a lot of times in previous Sonic games, you'd have such a great sense of speed, but you'd have almost no control. And so there's all these people saying, man, I love going fast, but I hate when I slam into that wall, or I fall off the edge, or I just can't see it coming in time. So we're giving the player the choice over their speed now. So when I walk around, if I'm just walking around normally, this is the speed I go at. And that's the walk speed. Now, if I hold down the right trigger, then I move into run speed, and that's when we can go a lot faster. And finally, if you're like a Sonic fan, if you really know the level, you hold down the left trigger, and that takes you into Spin Dash, which is a nice, returning, iconic move, and we blaze through the level at that speed.
Nice. So, I mean, as you're blasting through this and kind of taking out all the enemies, the gameplay, I mean, you know, when we saw Generations was old school 2D level, and then that same idea, but in modern 3D. You guys are actually mixing it up a bit and doing both basically at the same time in the same level, is that right? That's
right. And in fact, in this level, I can go essentially underneath the level, and this is a completely different path. So in this first part right here, there are 4 different ways that I can go. And traditionally in Sonic games, you've got your high, your medium, your low paths. Sonic fans will be excited to see that there are many multiple paths here that you can take. In addition to that, we've added the parkour system. So the parkour system is used whenever you're running into obstacles. So, for example, this tree. If I were to run into this tree normally in a different Sonic game, I would lose all my speed. I just do a dead stop. But here, we'll run up the tree just like that, grab that red star ring. So that's a really nice new feature.
That's pretty cool. So, I mean, and the idea is that, I mean, some fans will go, oh, man, I don't want the game to play for my, play it for me. So how do I determine when I'm parkouring, when I'm not parkouring? Like, how much of that is automated and how much of it is actually, like, skill-based?
Yeah, that's entirely up to you. So if you're walking at normal speed, you won't do the parkour. If you hold down the run button, you will. So that's totally up to the player.
And you're not going to, like, scale up, like, giant hillsides, right? I mean, there's still, like, I mean, it helps you overcome smaller obstacles so that you don't lose momentum, but you're still, like, doing platforming and basic maneuvering and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's not an easy win.
He's not going to jump over this or anything crazy like that.
With the parkour.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right, so tell me, I mean, so we're talking about multiple paths and everything. You're kicking this bell around here. What's going on with this bell?
This bell, if I can hit it enough times, and this part's a little tricky, I got to stop. Perfect. If I hit this enough times, it turns into a red star ring. The red star ring, Sonic fans will recognize because those are from Sonic Colors initially. Those are collectibles, and they unlock stuff as you go through the game. So
nice, and it's a set 5 per level.
Yeah, 5 in every level, exactly.
Awesome. Now, I mean, we were talking a little bit about running around the sides of levels, and, you know, these levels are really, really crazy. And, I mean, I'm sort of used to more like, okay, you know, Windy Hills is like a foresty, plains kind of thing or whatever. But these levels are just more bizarre and eclectic and abstract. Is that kind of the approach for all the levels within Lost World?
In a certain way, yeah. And it's kind of cool because a lot of Sonic levels, you know, historically have had these really crazy themes to them. And you're going to see that as we go through the second level in particular. So right here, for example, this is an alternate path. There's another path I could have taken, but I like the clouds. So we can bounce around here and grab rings as we're going through.
Nice.
The next level we'll take a look at is actually completely candy themed. So if you're like me and you have a massive sweet tooth, you are going to love the next level.
Nice.
But, I mean, all of Sonic's levels traditionally have had really cool themes, and we wanted to really expand upon that. In particular, in Lost World, as you're going through maybe the desert zone, right, we're going to show you 2 levels from the desert zone, but they're both completely different. So instead of having like 3 levels that all look maybe reminiscent of Green Hill, in cases like this, you're going to see 3 levels that are all very, very unique, and that's fun.
Awesome.
So right here, I'm taking an alternate path. I could have just fallen down there and taken the spring. This is one of the gold little cannons, little reference for the Sonic fan. That one's for you.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you guys have like worked in a lot of references to all of the Sonic games, from like you know, the red coins like you were mentioning from Colors, but also just down to the small details. I think you were telling me earlier actually, like his run animation is from a very specific game.
That's right. It's the super peel out from Sonic CD, that little figure 8 thing that you see going on there.
Right.
And we brought back stuff beyond that. This is a kick attack, so I've got 2 different attacks. I can homing attack, but these snails, I need to kick them, and that'll wipe them out instantly if I kick them versus the homing attack. And this guy, this is the laser wisp from Sonic Colors. Fans will recognize that. By tapping the gamepad, I can activate the wisp, and then I slide the finger. Just like that, and I can use the wisp. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually a great point that you bring up. It's just that, I mean, so this is obviously exclusive to Nintendo platforms, so fans will see it on Wii U, which is obviously what you're seeing here, as well as 3DS, which you'll be able to see footage of on IGN at the same time. So when you're done watching this, go watch the 3DS footage. But so, I mean, in terms of the gamepad, oh, actually, we're about to finish this stage here. So the gamepad is used primarily to activate your color powers